Hello, welcome to C Night Studio. I'm Callum coming at you with a reverb tutorial on how to make audio sound far away in Logic Pro. Now I have a compressor on my stock police siren audio and we have a small fade on the amplitude just for ease of listening and to make sure the levels are great for this video. Now as you can see we have a stock police siren. What we're going to do is we're going to go over to our effects panel, go down to reverb, select ChromaVerb and stereo as we're dealing with a stereo audio here. Now the first thing you're going to want to do is set the pre-delay to 0 or none as we want our onset for our reverb to be instant with the sound playing. Keep the attack at a generous 60 to 70% so the reverb doesn't reach peak volume too quickly to allow for the direct sound to remain clear while avoiding muddy or over-controlled outputs. Now I'm going to turn up the size to 100% to increase delay times on our echoes, our density at 100% or 80% to bring echoes closer together, creating a thicker and more sustained sound, but don't overdo it to avoid a muddy output. Decay is a very important parameter that controls the length of reverb tails. We don't want to go overboard with this, and here's why. Sounds far too fictional and it appears that we've crammed 400 police vehicles into a cathedral. Not what we want. So you can adjust to find your sweet spot. I recommend something between 2 and 5 or 6 seconds, but you can adjust as needed. We're going to increase our distance to 100% to increase the volume on late reverb energy while reducing early reflections, pushing that sound further back into the mix. Seem to be getting somewhere now. So next up, we're going to go over to our sliders on the right here that allow us to control the dry and wet. With the dry, we have only our direct sound with no effect applied. With the wet, as we bring it up, you can hear the reverb coming in. So what we want to do is bring the dry mix down to 0% and the wet mix to 100%, as when listening to sounds from a distance, we perceive more reverberations than we do direct sound, due to wavelengths passing through and bouncing off obstructions. Some further editing we can do is on our dampening EQ. We can change this to have a decline in high frequency waves, which will simulate a natural sound as higher frequencies tend to dissipate faster. The airy preset is a great example of this. Now we can make some minor adjustments onto all the parameters that we've discussed so far and place our audio into the spatial context that we desire. Next up, we can change the output EQ to a low to mid pass to simulate low frequency dominance as low frequency waves travel further due to larger wavelengths, allowing them to pass through obstructions better than high frequencies. Here is the final result. As an added quick hack, you can adjust the pan parameter on the audio file itself to set the direction to the left or right. This is a simplistic technique and doesn't provide proper phasing characteristics. However, you can easily adjust automation on the pan or volume to engineer this. Another option would be to go into our effects panel once again, select imaging, DirectionMixer and stereo. This gives us access to our direction panning and also a stereo spreader, so we can widen our sound further or narrow it as we wish, giving us a little bit more control of phasing and allowing us to engineer realism into our context. We can also automate various parameters on this plugin. Here I will do a quick example of how we could automate various parameters on our DirectionMixer, as well as the volume and pan automation. This has been Callum at C Night Studio. Please leave a comment with any questions and subscribe to my channel for more content. Thanks for watching.